Welcome to another episode of Rusted Rides. Today we are showing off Cam's 3rd gen Dodge that he engine swapped with a Chevy LS. We also head out on the road to pick up a new project that I just bought. Let's get into it. Wow, Cam, what a nice t-shirt you have.
Yeah, just before it gets all dirty.
Yeah.
We had a couple people in the comments asking, we want some t-shirts. He wants to make them. We're not famous, but if you want them, here they are.
Yeah, so this is just our first little attempt at making shirts. So if you guys would like some t-shirts, we can make more of these, or we can actually, there's a few other designs we were bouncing around in our brains that maybe we can come up with, but if you'd like a shirt, we could maybe make that happen. Anyway.
Gotta see if anybody wants them before we spend the money.
We don't want to go start making shirts that nobody wants. So, all right, back to it.
For those 3 people that want a shirt.
Yeah, the 3 people that want a shirt, we can probably handle that. All right, so I know what we're looking at here, but why don't you explain to everybody else what we're looking at here?
Hey, so a couple months ago we did a video. I bought a 2010 F250 and we resprayed it. It was my winter beater and never got to drive it in the winter because I tried 3 times. It come back on a flatbed, and it was to keep my Chevy LS swap Dodge out of the salt. And we had a couple people in the comments asking, going like, we want a quick video on that one, a quick rundown on what you did. So we'll start off. It's a 2002 Ram 1500. Right off the hop, you could tell there's some newer additions to it. This is a 2017 box because here in Canada we live in the Rust Belt and it's hard to find a box that isn't completely fallen off. So to make it look proper, they do bolt right on to the 3rd generation, but I had to cut it right here, and on both sides I welded the bottom section of the 2002 box onto the 2017. Obviously,
oh yeah, because if you look here, the body line matches. But then on the other side of the wheel well, the body line is different. But I never even noticed that because you know what? I wasn't even looking for it.
Yeah, I got a picture to throw up. It's not rusted under the flares. This box, years ago, come off a truck that was only about a year old. It had damage. It was a rollover. I got to keep the box. It was super clean underneath. So I fixed the damage, made it match up on mine.
Beauty.
A few dents in it. It's not a show truck.
And the orange, it was black before. For a long time you had it black.
Yeah, it's Kubota orange tractor paint with clear coat over it. This was all done before we started filming. Would have been a good video, but it's a 2016 Sport hood. I used panel bond to put the top skin on the older hood because that's an aluminum hood skin on the steel older hood.
Wow.
Then the factory motor called it quits a couple years ago. And I had more stuff laying around, so we'll show them what they're here for. Anybody that drives a Dodge will understand that you gotta have something to hold it up. There we go.
All right, there's the old Vortec.
Yeah, I guess some people get upset when you call them an LS. They go, it's not an LS, so whatever. We'll just call it
It's an LS.
It's 4.8 liter, come out of a 2003 Chev that was going to the wrecking yard. It's only got 182,000, well, only had 180,000 on it when I installed it.
So I know we're gonna get a lot of people saying, why didn't you Hemi swap it?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I didn't pull a Hemi out to put in this engine. It was the lesser version, the 4.7 liter. And it run into some, after 8 years of driving it, I run into some catastrophic issues with it. And anybody that works on Dodges, you know that to go from a 4.7 to a Hemi, you got to change the whole, you can see where the wiring harness, it's all one piece. You got to change everything under the dash, you got to change the fuel pump, you got to change everything.
So this was easier?
Yes.
So the motor mounts, they all lined up no problem, or how'd you make that work?
I took the factory motor mounts from the 4.7, and just like the LS, there are 4 evenly spaced bolts that hold them on. And all I had to do was drill them out a little bit bigger, and the Dodge motor mounts bolted right to the Chev motor.
Amazing.
And it dropped right into place. There was no fabricating. There was no inventing. You know, like I'm not gonna, it's nothing fancy. Like this whole pickup was built just out of everything I had, just spare junk laying around.
And how did the trans made up?
Like I had to buy an adapter that comes on. It goes between the flywheel for the 6 liters and the 4L80E. And I had, it's a TH350 out of a 72 Chevelle. So if you get that flywheel spacer, you could actually adapt an old transmission onto these motors, no problem at all. Yeah, it's a 3-speed mechanical transmission. And the drive shaft, it's a 7-foot aluminum shaft out of a 2009 Chevy pickup 2-wheel drive. I believe it was the 4-door, 5-foot box. They got a really long shaft for the 2 wheels. And yeah, it's not 4-wheel drive anymore. Like I said, I drove this for 8 years until there was pretty much nothing left of it. Every 4-wheel drive component in it was shot. Like the diff was leaking, the CVs were chewed out of it, it had broken mounts. And you know, I don't mud bog, I don't drive this thing in the winter time, so yeah, there's no need for 4-wheel drive.
And so then wiring the thing up was pretty straightforward, or? Yeah,
the only thing you had to take, so basically the only expense was, it was $350. I had to send the PCM out to get the vats flashed out of it. Played with a couple other things, and yeah, and I didn't want aftermarket gauges or anything like that in it. So I kept the whole engine harness for the factory motor under there, and I kept all the sensors, and I just kind of integrated it. So it's just like any normal vehicle. Yep.
Oh, that's nice.
Look at battery gauge, gas gauge, oil pressure, and the heat gauge is wired in. The only thing that I have not been able to figure out is the tach, but the factory speedometer works, you know, heat, radio, there's leaves in the fan. Yeah, everything works. Like I got 84 kilometers till empty. Oh, we're gonna have to put gas in it before we
make our journey. And it's just been more reliable.
Oh, it doesn't tick and rattle. You can sit in a drive-through and you can't hear the echo of the clocking Dodge motor when you're sitting in drive-throughs. And I'm getting about 14 liters per 100K, which is, I think, is for a full size, you know, a lifted pickup with 37s. That's pretty good mileage.
Yeah, geez. All right.
See, 4-wheel doesn't do anything anymore.
Well, yeah. Should we put the truck to use today?
Yeah, we should.
All right. We left our spot and drove an hour into the city to pick up a purchase I found on Marketplace. And it was a good time to stretch the legs of the LS Dodge. Well, we got the trailer hooked up. You can't see it behind us because it's so low. But we're driving like an hour into Toronto to go get a car that I got. And,
it better be something cool, Tim.
It's cool. Just wait till you see it.
I got a bad feeling about this one. I think I can already guess what it is, but
you probably can guess what it is. You guys just wait a second. Doesn't sound like a Hemi.
Yes, it does. Or does it sound like a Chevy? Or does it sound like a Chevy with angled up Dodge exhaust on it?
I think that's the trick right there.
Oh, I should have known. Does it at least have a 3.8 liter in it?
It does. It does indeed. All right, why don't you introduce yourself to the group?
Hi, my name is Alessandro, and I am a Fiero alcoholic and Facebook Marketplace alcoholic.
Aren't we all? Yeah, I know.
Not as bad as Tim.
I know.
This one's got a 3.8 liter in it.
Yes,
doesn't
exactly.
run off Duracell batteries. But we still got to do a video on that one.
We do have to do one on that one. So this car, you bought this car because your first car was a Fiero?
My first car at 16 years old was a Pontiac Fiero 1986. SE notchback.
Yeah. And so you saw this fastback and you had to have it.
This was my dream car. This was
know.
definitely my dream car. In red, GT, fastback, and I was blind to see how much work it actually needed.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, like I get on Facebook all the time, and my emotions get the better of me, and I'm looking at stuff, and then I have to do a reality check.
Facebook junkie.
So, yeah, exactly. So anyway, so now you know, we've got this project here. We're gonna roll it back, and we're gonna dig into it, but there's a lot to do on it.
A lot to do.
Yeah,
definitely.
But
I would love to see it be revived because. You know, it was 2 inches away from going to the scrapyard. So
yeah,
Rusted Rides is gonna savor, and I hope to see it rolling again on the road in the future.
Yeah, man. So our goal is to get this thing rolling, moving. Like, I don't know exactly what the plan is yet because we haven't dug into it. We can't even get the hood open or the trunk open. But once we get a good understanding of what is actually here,
the door's open. It's positive.
The door's open. So we'll see what we can do with this thing. And like the goal, though, ideally, if everything falls into place, would be to have you come back up and take it for a spin with us.
That would be so cool.
Yeah,
I would love to do that.
Right on. It's getting better.
Okay, so that back driver's side tire, there's no chance of getting it to turn, so I just got Tim rubbing some used motor oil on the ramp, and all the rest of them are turning, so hopefully it'll slide on the oil and end up there. Give it a shot.
There she goes. Let us know in the comments what you think we should do with this Fiero. There are so many options for engine swaps, and we don't really know the condition of the Series 1 3800.
Good luck, my man. Good luck.
We're gonna need it. I know.
You're gonna need it.
Cam's got the car all strapped to the trailer. It looks great. Just don't look underneath the Fiero that's been sitting a long time, because they full of rust, full of it.
You said you wanted to learn how to weld. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
I don't know what you're gonna weld to, but you will know how to weld by the end of it.
Great. Okay, so now I see why you wanted to get the Fiero out of the way.
That's right. She served as my my guard dog because I couldn't move it, so nobody could steal this thing.
Yeah, and now you can actually take this for a spin.
Steal it now. Every day, my dad would pick me up from school, and we didn't really have like a tight relationship, right? I was a mama's boy, and we saw this Fiero, this poor thing, sitting on someone's driveway. Rotting away with the for sale sign on it, and every day I drive by, and I was 16 years old. I want that car. So, you know, one day my dad bought it for my 16th or 17th birthday, and you know, he unfortunately passed away last year, and the best memories I have with my father are right here in this garage. I'm sure a bunch of your viewers they can relate, right? They're working in their garages with their fathers. I know Cam's got his little guy in the garage all the time. It's really nice to see. And you know, so on my dad's 75th, I got him this thing, and you know, hoping that we would spend more time together in the garage. And you know, life gets in the way. Now he's gone, so this is what I have left of him. This dump of a garage, and
so get out to the garage
car,
and work with your old man.
You got it. You got it. Yeah. If you
I
still
know.
got your father, get out there and spend some time with him, even if you're your daughter, whatever. Yeah. Sorry, that was long.
No, that's perfect, man. It's honest. It's honest, and we feel the same way. Well, that's great, man. I mean, it's awesome. This is 2-car garage, and you and your dad out here working, and now the Fiero is gone. You can play with this one.
That's right. Get it out of here.
Yeah.
And probably now I'm looking at a Boxster on GoPro.
Oh yeah. just tap that marketplace
Perfect spot for it,
straight to
right
the veins.
there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Dude, thank you very much.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rusted Rides. You guys rock.
Yeah. Thanks,
Woo.
man. All right, the car is nestled back there on the trailer. How's she pulling so far?
Pulling good. I'm just trying to keep it quiet.
How you know we're home. Just in the middle of nowhere. Yep, that's us. All right, well there you have it, the LS Dodge. I think it makes sense.
Made it back,
Yeah.
and yeah, highly recommended. If you got a clapped out like one of those, there's another one.
There's another
Look at
one.
Dusty's got the clone to the pile of junk I just bought to put a plow on this winter. But no, 4.7s, they're horrible. Like I was saying, if it did come with a Hemi in it, I would have just put another one in, but I was not, I lived through 8 years of putting up with a 4.7 liter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recommend it. For what we just did, it would have probably used, I don't know, 90 bucks worth of gas.
Yeah.
I think this maybe we just used, I don't know, like 30 bucks.
Nice.
And it didn't overheat, runs nice and cool. 1-to-1 3-speed transmission, floats along gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it's a very easy job. Oh, you found us.
Yeah.
What do you want?
And so, if you guys like the LS Dodge, we might do more with it. We need to maybe do another round of headlights situation. You're saying you've got the black honeycombs, potentially? I don't know. That looks good this way too, though.
Yeah, I like the
What do you
grill.
guys think? Leave in the comments below whether you guys think we should switch it over to the black honeycomb.
How many people are gonna say that we should turbo it?
Yeah, I know, right?
Which is, that could be a possibility.
Yeah. But it looks good. And hey, this is gonna be on the channel at some point. Don't know when, because we gotta just at least try and like dig into it and see just how bad it is, because we do know there's a lot happening underneath all these plastic and fiberglass panels. So yeah, this is gonna be a future project on the channel. It's not the only Fiero that's gonna be on the channel either, because I already have one. But yeah, LS Dodge.
Rotten
Fiero.
out, broken in half Fiero.
Yeah.
With
Exactly.
3800.
Well, there you have it. LS Dodge.
Till the next time.
Till the next time.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, she's looking ugly. And this is sounding ugly.
See if the old 4.7 can tow a little tiny car. Listen to that struggle. It's gonna be a long winter driving this thing, bud. I vote we just leave them both back here and forget that they exist. You know, what kind of a full-size pickup struggles towing a little tiny go-kart like that?
Yeah. You know what? It was the wind resistance. The lights are up. That's what it was.
Really googly-eyed looking car. Well, until next time.
Till next time.